Okay, so this is our truck setup. One of the things we do that's innovative, I wouldn't say innovative, but smart, we build this little scaffold out of 2x. I can tell you how to build it, it's super easy. And then what we do is we hold the buckets, and this keeps the buckets organized. So, and then we just do tabs, DE, bicarb. This is cyanuric acid, so the kitty litter conditioner. This is an empty bucket seat. Use it for extra things sometimes, like a non-oxidative shock or something like that. And then I have a trash can, this empty bucket that's a trash can. We do these DE scoops, 2 DE scoops. I like the Piranha pole. So, and I like to carry 2. I'm a huge believer in 2 is 1, 1 is none. I like to carry 2 of everything. So 2 poles, 2 nets, 2 brushes. I love having backups. And then we run the hammerhead. We don't buy the cart or anything. We buy the hammerhead with the not the fine mesh bag, but the middle one. I don't want cleaners depending on this to pick up dust. They're not allowed to use this to pick up dust. This is only for leaves and sticks. Then we take these Mighty Cuffs, which we get at Home Depot, or you can order them online. We strip the wires back and we use these non-corrosive clips, and I have extra of these too. And then we put a battery in a box like this, and then with the battery down here, and you just clip directly. Now, it's janky and Mexican, but what it does is it never breaks, and it keeps your cost as low as possible. Because the second you start trying to like buy the cart or deal with the connections, like the fancy, like, because there's a battery holder for hammerhead with like a fancy connection. I've had those things break on me so many times, and then my pool cleaner literally can't continue cleaning pools because his connector's broken. I got to run one out to him. This right here literally never breaks. The only thing that could ever break is these wires get too frayed, and all they do is pull out a pocket knife and strip them back. This is an almost impervious setup, and that's kind of what you want. We do AquaCheck 7s for our testing. Phosphate kit, just in case you need it. Very rare that we use this. And then for the AquaCheck 7s, they do a really good job for most things, except cyanuric acid is not accurate at all. And I've trained my team that if they pool, like if they find 0 chlorine at the pool, they have to go do the Taylor test kit version of the cyanuric acid kit, and we build them these little kits. We just use the comparator, and we just put that bottle for the drip kit inside this little, like, it's hard to do this with one hand. We just put it in there like that, and they carry a bottle of R0013 and then a big bottle of R0013. Every single one of our cleaners is given a waste pump. This is how we set it up. You got your cord here. It's just a Superflow VST with this. I like it because it runs off 120. Never had one of these break on me, and you just plumb them up like this with like a high temp union into a, and this actually works as a herring handle like that. Backup brush. We carry this thing because on the deep well skimmers, I don't know wherever you're at if you have them, but like reaching in and getting leaves out of the bottom is impossible without this. And then a outdoor extension cord with another Mighty clip, 100 pounders of Cal Hypo. And then we do this setup right here, which is the Hasa disposables. What we'll typically do on this though, this truck doesn't get used very much, so you still have the original Hasa, is after we use this one, we'll go to the disposable ones, and we'll replace everything with disposable, and we only use the containers because they stack nice and don't really fall over to carry this. And then in the winter time, we'll go to straight liquid chlorine, and then we'll carry some extra liquid chlorine and might go down to a 50 pounder of Cal Hypo and use that spot right there, and then have double liquid chlorine. So that's your acid and stuff like that. Coming into the truck, we carry a hose. There's professional grade hoses, and we just use a bungee cord to connect it. And then we have this duffel bag that we provide everybody. This is the shittier version because it's big. But inside the duffel bag, this is for manually vacuuming. We give them the professional vacuum head, 14-inch. An above ground pool vacuum head, not because of to do above ground pools, because we don't do those. What we do is sometimes we need them because it'll vacuum better with the bristles. So in certain like D greens, certain really dust that's on like bad plaster, sometimes you need to get this, like whip this thing out and actually use it to do the regular vacuuming to do a good job, but it's rare. And then we build them these plug kits like this, which is essentially just an 1.5 inch plug expanded into a hose cuff that's on. Yeah, there's hose cuffs that you can buy that are on these to replace hoses, and we just turn them into plugs in case they need to close a plug. Extra battery. This is the battery that we use, and then we do a 50-foot water hose. We get these at Lowe's. Another Mighty Cuff. It's the ultra flexible one, but it's not too flexible. I don't know how to describe what it is. It's almost like a cloth material. And then we use these nozzles. You can get these at Lowe's or on Amazon too. Best nozzle I've ever found for spraying out filters. Super cheap, like $1 a piece. Then they carry, this is a vac to waste kit. I'm trying to open this thing up for you. It's another duffel bag, but it's got extra hoses and stuff in it, along with connector pipes for connecting the hoses out, flathead screwdriver, and that is essentially, if all our upper cleaners are trained to do D-greens or vacuum dust out of the pool, they can connect this and they don't have to just dump it straight into a yard. If they need to hook up all these hoses to vac somewhere like more appropriate, like the street, they can. Then over here, a little thing of like a little like a Tupperware or whatever, and that's where they have flock and black algae train. It's hard to keep these things organized, but you know, pipe, electrical tape, let's see here, clarifier, algicides, more flock, extra Mighty clips, magic lubes, extra bungee cord, extra of these, and then we give them a little toolkit. I like to carry paper towels. The toolkit, everything's Harbor Freight. This is extra test strips. This is out here. This is a tab holder that they're supposed to carry. This is for scrubbing black algae heads off the wall if they run across that. Don't want to let that get too crazy. But pretty much, and this is like just a basic kit with, like, you know, a big pair of channel locks, a small pair of channel locks, some screwdrivers, Teflon tape. There's another Mighty clip thing. Just assortment of tools they might need. I carry an impact, but I also carry a backup 1.5-inch driver in here somewhere. I don't feel like finding it right now. 1.5-inch sockets. The long sockets are better for filter cleans and things like that. Rubber mallet, hacksaw, Sawzall. This is like not set in stone. Kind of just depends on how good the cleaner is and what their capabilities are. And then lastly, I got a small parts repair kit. This is for where they keep a lot of backup. So like you want to have them carry some extra wishbones, extra timers, the lollipop pressure gauges, mushroom pressure gauges, extra hose nozzles, because you do lose these all the time, and then extra these clips for the hammerhead. Other than that, that is pretty much our entire truck setup. There's really nothing I could run into in this setup when it comes to actually maintaining pools that I couldn't handle with this setup. When you start getting to repairs, you'll need way more things, but you can do some basic repairs even with this kit too. So that is our truck setup.